Hey, I'm Joel Tarquin from theradrealtor.com and the How to Build a Harley Dirt Tracker on a Budget project. So I just posted up part one last night, and as I suspected, first thing in the morning I got a call from my bros saying some stuff had come in. So check this out. We got some new dirt track tires. So these things, I mounted up the front. Pretty nice looking. I have this side taped up because I'm going to paint these wheels pretty soon. But look at that. Beautiful, really soft and sticky. This back tire isn't mounted up yet, but boy, it looks great. So what we are going to do is, when we try to fit this in here, this spacing right here is not wide enough for that fat tire. So we have to machine out some notches here to get some tire clearance. So I'm going to go over to a friend's house tomorrow who's going to help me out with that and a couple of other little deals that I need fabrication help with. So we're just pulling up to my friend Doug Marker's house. He's got his quiver out front. Now we're going to get working on ours. So let's see how things go.
What we're doing now is cutting off these fender mounts to make room for the big fat tire to go in. So we can take our measurement up here to see where we have to actually grind this down. But these had to come out first because you see they stick out a little bit too far to get the big fat tire in there. We are finding that by installing the axle, that kind of holds the fork leg steady, so it makes it a little easier to cut.
Doug won't let me play because he knows I'm impatient and do shitty work. Alright, looking kind of dirt tracky now. So, a little bit of rub here, so we'll take care of that by marking this and taking the grinder to it. Alright, so we just did our grinding. We used tape to make sure we didn't grind in too big of an area. We kind of marked where we needed to and ground it out very little. I don't know if you can see, but not even 1/8 of an inch came out on each side, and when we put the wheel in just now to test it, it looked great. So now we're just going to pretty it up a little bit. So we're putting the stock wheel back on so I can still ride until we get the axle situation, and we did a great job with these cutouts until we realized when we were putting the wheel back together that we notched the wrong side of the fork leg. So that's beautiful. So now we need to spin this fork leg and make a little ditch on the other side. So yeah, that's where we're at. After I pulled the front wheel out, I thought maybe I should just show you how little these channels need to be to clear the tire. Just figured I'd show you with the wheel out. See that? About 1/8 of an inch deep and about 1 inch tall. This little file fits right in there. So that's all you're going to need to fit this big fat tire in these little skinny forks. Alright, so I think we've got the front end worked out. I think we're finished. We're all mocked up. We have mounted the front tire and the front wheel, and we have ground out a couple little things about 1/8 of an inch deep, a couple little channels on each side so that our big fat dirt track tire clears. Everything's looking good. Everything functions with the brake on it, which is great for street use, and then we can take it off when we're dirt track racing. So that concludes the front end of the dirt tracker. Alright, so super stoked. Got everything mounted up, got everything painted black. I think it looks awesome. I am absolutely stoked at how this is coming along. I think we are looking very dirt tracky, and my vision is coming out great. So I thought before we end this part two, I'd go back to something we talked about in an earlier episode, and that was the budget. Don't forget, we got this motorcycle for $3,000 bucks, and I'm trying to spend no more than $1,000 on all the parts I need to make a bike that is street legal, looks cool, and that we can take out and race. So I think we're on our way. I already, at this point in time, I think I have every part that I need. I have a wheel that I scored for free and painted. for the room to go on the back. I have my back tire already. I have the hardware that's necessary to convert a front wheel to a rear wheel. This was about 300 bucks. This was the most expensive item that we've had to purchase. I still have a beautiful set of matching fenders that I probably will be able to sell for about 150 bucks, maybe a little bit more. And at this point in time, with every part that I think I need, we are under $1,000. We have spent about 965 bucks. I did get a deal from some bros for some handlebars and some things. I got my tires for cost. So I have been able to pull some strings and save a little bit of money. So I'm not saying that just anybody could go out and do this for $1,000 bucks, but not far off. I mean, I'm not saving thousands, I'm saving hundreds. So I think we're in great shape. So I've said it many times before, but soon we will be mounting the rear fender and the rear seat, and we will be putting the 19-inch rear wheel on. And as soon as that's done, we're ready to go racing. So I'm stoked, and going to be out of town on vacation for about a week, so we're probably going to be a little while before we get all this fabrication done, because everything from this point on is actual fabrication. And as I said, I have no fabrication skills, so I have to rely on other people to help me with that. So that's it. Thanks for watching.